Hey, what's up, North Coast family? My name is Tino, and I am on staff at our Carlsbad campus here, and I have the privilege of working on our junior high ministry. And going through this daily dose and looking at what we're talking about today is the why. And looking at it was, what was my why to pursue junior high ministry or just ministry in general? And why was it such a huge thing for me to do it? And for me, it was hearing these words from Chris Brown, and it was, God loves you. And hearing those words, for me, living in a broken home, was just like something that was not really heard of. And it was just something that was like, wait, what? Like, this is interesting to me. And hearing those words, it started to become my why. My why started to become that God loves me and how far he came to come and get me. And looking at that, going down the ministry standpoint of like 6 years of doing it all, it was pretty much going down Instagram reels, going down TikTok stories, YouTube shorts, and seeing all these great pastors bringing the same thing that I was bringing, but their appearance looked different. They had so much more of a farther range, so much more clout, so much more fame than I had, the houses that they lived in, the cars that they drove, the stuff that they would wear. My why started to become different. My why started to become, why don't I have that? Why don't I have that kind of range, right? And with that, it started to become my why, my selfish why, and not a God-centered why. How many of us are in that season right now? If it's a relationship, if it's a career, if it's in ministry, is how many of us are becoming that selfish why? It's my why, it's not God's why. And looking at that, it was just something when we have a clear understanding of what our why is and that it's a God-centered why, we start to see our purpose and we start to see joy in our workplace, joy in our ministry when we have that clear understanding that God is at the center of my why. And I'm going to turn to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21, and it says this. It says, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. And what it's talking about is us humans, we want to choose our why. We want to choose our why, but God says, no, this is my why for you. When we hear that verse, we get that it's God's will that prevails. It's God's why that prevails in our lives. And I want to just challenge you guys today is, what's your why? Or even ask the question, and asking God to look into the deepest parts of your heart of why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I pursuing this? Why am I in this relationship? And asking God to look in the deepest parts of your heart, to ask that, and to also remember your why and why you're doing what you're doing. I hope this challenges you guys, and see you the next time.